Now, if you need to do some maintenance on your damaged or worn fenders on your 2007 to 2018 JK Wrangler, these OPR fender flares will be a great addition to your rig. Now, this kit on the site is broken down to tailor to your needs, offering individual flares, the front or the rear pair, or the whole kit, depending on what your project may look like. Nonetheless, these will be great for the JK owner who has taken one of their fenders out on the trail and just wants an easy OE replacement, or if you've noticed that your factory plastics have started to show their age and you need a bit of a refresh, these will definitely get the job done. Now, this kit will feature OE style flares, and like I said, you can tailor this kit to your need when it comes to your build. Now, each flare will feature that OE grayish black finish to match the rest of your OE components and keep a factory-like fit so you don't have to worry when it comes to install. Now, the front flares additionally will have that factory style cutout for your marker light so you can keep up to OE standards and easily swap it over. Now, when it comes to construction, these will be made of an auto-grade thermoplastic construction, being very tough for what they are. Now, this set will also come with a smooth primer finish on top, but can be painted to match your Jeep if you're looking to customize or match the factory painted flares. I do want to mention that this only does include the top portion of the flare and not the bracing or the liner, so do keep that in mind when it comes to what you need for your project and for your build. Now, getting into price, it is going to be broken down into, again, what you need, but these will come in at roughly $150 per flare, roughly $250 for a pair, and then for the entire set, you'll be looking at about $450. Now, comparing these to other options on the site, I do like that you can take what you need from this kit when it comes to a single flare, a pair, or for the front and rear, or the entire set, while getting OE quality that you can count on. Now, other choices may only come in a full set, or some more expensive choices may come with additional fender components that you may not necessarily need for your project. Now, I think if you're looking for a set of affordable OE flares to refresh and repair your Wrangler, then this is a great set to look into. Now, install is going to vary between a single flare and the entire set, but all in, this is a straightforward 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you about a half hour per flare. However, that is going to wrap it up for me. At this point, we can head over to the shop and check out a detailed breakdown of what that install process looks like step by step right now.
For this install, you will need a ratchet, 10mm and 13mm sockets, 4mm and 5mm Allen sockets, 13mm crescent wrench, 13mm ratcheting wrench, clip removal tool, Phillips head screwdriver, wire strippers and crimpers, angle cutters, and what is not included in the kit but will need for wiring is male spade connectors and T-taps. What's up, guys? Today we're going to be installing some fender flares on our Wrangler, so let's get started. So to get started, we're going to go underneath our fender flare into our fender liner and go ahead and remove a couple 10mm bolts using our 10mm socket on our ratchet. So your two 10mm bolts are located up here under your fender well. We'll go ahead and remove those. Next, we can go ahead and unplug our side marker light so we can transfer that to our new flare. And to do that, just gonna reach back in and unclip our harness. So it's kind of hard to see, but if you reach back in here, there's a push tab. You go ahead and push down on that and just go ahead and remove your connector. So now we're just gonna give our flare a firm tug, pulling the tabs out of the body, and go ahead and separate that. And out comes our flare and inner fender liner. And once you have this side off, you can go ahead and repeat this process for your other side. So now we can go ahead and remove our rear flare, and to do that, we're going to remove the clips inside the fender well and go ahead and pull our flare off. We find it's easier to go ahead and transfer your fender liner over after it's off the vehicle, just for ease of install. So we're going to use our clip removal tool and remove what's supposed to be 6 clips inside the fender well, and then go ahead and pull our flare. Now from the factory, yours should have 4 more clips located around the arch of the inner fender liner. but our vehicle has been previously modified, and as you know, clips are notorious for getting broken or lost, so we still only have 2. So now we can go ahead and give a firm tug on our flare to go ahead and separate it from the body. Now some of your clips will absolutely break, but your kit comes with new clips to reinstall into the body to go ahead and remedy that. And go ahead and remove your flare and liner as one piece. So before we can put our flares on, we have to go ahead and install our new retainer clips into our flares. And to do that, we're simply going to take the slotted side and go ahead and push those in. And do that for all 10 of your slots. And also, you do have the option with this flare to reinstall your factory fender liner. We know most people don't, but if you were to choose to do so, it is held on by these plastic rivets, so you will need a riveting tool for that. Or you can go ahead and leave it out, as most people do. So we'll go ahead and install the rest of our clips here. Now that we have all our clips in place, we can go ahead and install our new rear flare onto the car. So to install our new flare, we're simply going to line up our clips with our mounting holes on our body and go ahead and push those in. You may need to work them into place a little bit, so you'll want to start from one side and work your way over so you can kind of flex it around and get everything into place. Once you have this one done, you can go ahead and do the same thing for your other side. So for the front flare, we will need to transfer over our inner plastic bracket mount here. So to do that, we're going to grab our clip removal tool and we'll go ahead and pop this clip out and then these 2 plastic rivets, and they'll go ahead and slide that out of place. And these rivets have a center pin you can go ahead and push in to kind of release the tension on them. And just go ahead and work your removal tool underneath. And go ahead and pop those out. And then we can go ahead and slide our inner bracket out and set our factory fender aside. So again, as we did with the rear, we're going to go ahead and insert our body clips to our flare. And once we have all our body clips in place, we can go ahead and insert our inner bracket into our flare. So to do that, we're just going to kind of fish it in from the side here. Now it is a tight fit, but it does go. And you want to make sure your light lines up. Now one thing your kit does not come with, but you can add if you'd like, is 2 clips for the inner tabs right here. But do remember we have multiple bolts holding it onto the body once we remount it. So now we're ready to go ahead and install our flare. And we'll go ahead and slide this body mount into our slot here. Go ahead and line up all your tabs. And remember to start on one side and work your way around. So once we have our tabs on and our fender is in place, we can go ahead and reinstall our 10mm bolt holding our inner fender here onto our body mount. And remember, this is right in the middle of your flare on the underside. Then we'll go ahead and tighten that down using our 10mm socket on our ratchet. And once that's done, we can go ahead and reconnect our marker light. Okay. Yours from the factory should have a push pin that you can transfer over from the factory unit over to your new flare to kind of pull it in to your light here to make it more of a flush fit. Ours has already been modified, so naturally there goes that. But once you have this done, you can go ahead and do the same thing for the other side. Alrighty guys, that about wraps up our review and install of our OPR fender flares for your 07 to 18 Jeep Wrangler JK. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything Wrangler, keep it right here at extremeterrain.com.